dashes here. He dashes there. He dashes every bloody where. He dashes up. He dashes down. A dashing Womble gets all over town. Whoa! Hey everyone, Ray the Dashing Womble here. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully all the dashers have had a great weekend and it's all been a safe and slippery free weekend, especially if you're out here in the Midwest or any of the areas of the US that's got snow and ice all over it. Yeah, we've got some of that. The ice appears to be a bit of a pain to get rid of, but then it is okay. Well, it was 31 degrees when I turned up at home. It's now 35 and it's 11:55. Yeah, it's still Sunday. It won't be when you watch this. Anyway, haven't done a video for the last few days. It's just not a new one, at least. I worked on the old montage of last of Christmas lights, etc. Put all those videos and pictures together yesterday, I think it was, and or Saturday, and got that up on the web, got that up on YouTube. So that's up there now if you enjoy seeing the old Christmas lights. And then, yeah, I worked all weekend, and it hasn't been too bad. Actually, Saturday was pretty good. Got pretty busy. We've done several catering orders. Today, or Sunday, actually got out there earlier again. Got out there about 4 o'clock, and the game that the Chiefs were playing, and I believe they started about 5:30. I really don't keep up with it. Mrs. Womble will be on her phone and looking at it all the time. Me, I just don't care. She says she's doing it just so she can see what if we're going to get any good orders. I just wait till the orders come in. But anyway, so got out to the Lee Summit area around about 3:30 or so. Stopped and got something to eat at Lion's Choice, which turned out to be a not so great choice. Wow. Anyway, less said about that one, the better, I suppose. Anyhow, won't be going back there very quickly. So, and have you noticed that when you go in these restaurants now, I mean, you don't need a lot of heat, but you like to have something to take the chill off. Some of these restaurants we go to and end up keeping my bloody coat on because it is so darn flipping cold in some of these places. I can't imagine. That's why the people that work there hang around in the kitchen to flipping stay around by the ovens, because, and why they're all flipping wearing thicker clothing, because it's ridiculous how flipping cold it is in these places. You pay to flipping get fed and flipping get the chill off, etc., for being out and about, but might as well just eat in the bloody car, I think. Although I did go to one restaurant today that was rather warm. Anyway, but I was there for a while. So anyway, had something to eat, was in Lee Summit, right in the middle of everything. and got out of there and switched everything on. And as I switched everything on, this offer came in. First one came in. It was a catering order offer, and it was from Red Crab Boil, which was less than 5 minutes away. And it was going 10 miles. I'll put everything up here. It was paying 10 miles. It was going 10 miles or so, and it was paying. I accepted it at $24 or so. I went, yeah, I'll take that. So straight away got that one. Yes. Didn't have to dive for any flipping stupid offers. That was the first one that came in. Talk about lucky. Anyway, so got round to Red Crab Boil. Got in there. Now, they weren't very busy in there. And they had, for the size of the building, after being in there for a little while, I saw that there was more staff and that in there than I first saw. And it was ridiculously slow. Ridiculously. Now, I didn't get a picture of the bag of the items that I actually took to the customer, unfortunately. I did the usual thing. They told me, oh, it's not quite ready yet. Okay. Not quite ready. I just looked at the timestamp on this thing. And I got there around about 4:20 or so. No, about 4:15, 4:20, somewhere in between there. And I delivered it 10 miles away, because I was literally around the corner of the place. And it didn't take that long to get to it. In fact, the length of time that I waited for it, I actually delivered it and got back to town again in time to do another catering order in less time that it took to wait for it. By a lot. I waited for that order for, well, actually, I don't know, about 30 minutes or so. I don't understand why it took so bloody long. The speed of the people that were actually serving, etc. in there, they were slow. Very, very slow. There was another driver came in. He was waiting, but he got his one before me. And then the bloke came in after me, and he was a private person, I think, picking up, and he weren't a DoorDash or anything. Chatted with him for a little bit, and then finally the order comes out. Oh my gosh. And it was, luckily, I mean, they had their television was on, what was it, the Pet Collective, I think it was. So that kept me amused for a while, watching all the pets and that on there. But it was ridiculously slow. Ridiculous. The people in there are very, very slow. Gosh. Oh. They don't have a sense of urgency. And, you know, it's just, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It don't take a long time to cook half this flipping seafood stuff. You don't have to spend so much time on it. But anyway, she came out and brought one bag out, and I'm like, is that it? It was a catering order. That's the only reason I stuck around, is because it was a catering order. And it was, paying $24 or so. I figured it would go up. And I was in communication with the customer. I said, you know, they're still working on your order, so I'll be with you as soon as you can. That's what I first wrote. And then they wrote back, okay, thank you. Probably 15 to 20 minutes later, I wrote back to them again. I said, they're ridiculously slow here tonight, so I'm still waiting on your order, so it shouldn't take too long to get to you once I get the order on board. Bloody hell. Anyhow, I got over to their house, and I don't normally... I said to a bloke in there, the bloke who was picking up for a private delivery, I said to him, I might be able to get this flipping delivered before the daylight runs out. That's the reason I done this one, was because it's flipping daylight out there, and I thought, oh, I don't normally deliver in that area. If I can help it, but stuff it, I'll do it today. Not that it was an overly bad area, it's just that I don't really go over that way much. We've done several orders over there, I just don't know it that well over there. Anyhow, I got over there and was driving down this street, and I was looking at the driveway thinking, oh my gosh, please tell me this lot have actually flipping done their driveway or walkway or whatever. Well, we got there, and there is a picture that I've done. I've got to get rid of their registration plate off of one of the cars that I took a picture, that was in the picture. But there were 3 cars in their driveway, and for the most part this driveway was covered in ice. And when I got up outside their house, I just texted them and said, I'm here. And I clambered up the driveway somehow, and just held on to their cars on the way up there, and handed it to the bloke. He goes, but he was all right. He was a youngster, I suppose, but anyway, he came out, he was fine. I said, oh, I'm sorry about the wait, they're just ridiculously slow there today. And he went, oh, that's no worries, no problem. And anyway, I slid back down to the van, and hit the confirmed delivery button text, and it turned out to be $37 or so. So that part was a good start to the shift for sure. And the waiting around is always a worry, because if that's the first one of the night, generally that's what you could expect for the rest of the night, a wait. Anyway, barely away from their driveway, and this just got up the street from them, not far at all, not far at all. And offer came in, and it was for Firebirds, and which was where I was going to head over to anyway to wait around. And it was another catering offer, and it was paying, I think, $17 and some change. And it said it was going 5 miles, but when I looked, well, 5 miles or so, but we still had a ways to get to them. And so really there was hardly any mileage to get to the customer once we actually got to the restaurant. So it gets up to Firebirds, and Firebirds don't particularly, it's a bar and grill, and they don't get very busy when it's a Chiefs game on. I mean, they don't. I was in there Saturday night, and the place was packed, absolutely packed. But on a Chiefs game day, nope. It's one of those restaurants that just don't get it. And they've got telly screens in there, and they had the Chiefs game on, but I really care about it. But they just don't get busy that time. It's just not the thing that they've been concentrating on, I suppose. Anyhow, and people know it around here, I suppose. But anyway, but I had to wait around in there again. The staff that were in there were, I don't know, they just didn't seem to be motivated enough, I don't think. There weren't a lot happening, and they were taking advantage of the fact that they could relax a little bit, I suppose. But anyway, I do like it when the other barman's there, though. They've got a barman in there who's very, very good. Actually, they got a couple of bar people in there. I don't know the bloke with the glasses, what his name is, but he's real good. I don't see him behind there that often, but the other bloke that's in there, named is Greg, absolutely brilliant bloke, and gets things sorted. It's really on top of everything. People in there today, or yesterday as it would be now, not so much. Anyway, food came out, couple of bags, the waitress brought out, and she says, I said, are they both for me? No? Are you sure? Yep. Okay. Alright. Because it was a catering order. Alright, okay. Alright, leave it at that then. Anyway, so it gets into the van, puts it all away in it, and gets it all in the insulated bag, the catering bag. And this, I was reading the notes from the customer. Actually, I was reading it while I was in there waiting. I do hate it that you can't sit around and wait in there. You have to be in the way of the door. Even though it says on there at Firebirds, just wait in your car and someone will bring it to you. No, they won't. They will not bring it out to you. Unless it's getting ready to close, or there's been one of the bar staffs in there that do all of that. Or they got someone that's motivated to come out. It weren't that cold out either. Anyway, so I was reading the notes from the customer, and it says, I'll put it all up here, and it says, don't park in our driveway, it is absolutely slick. I will meet you at the top of the drive. Sure, I'll go with that. Thank you for letting me know. Which most people, a lot of people would do that. Not so much meet me at the top, but let me know that warn me that there's ice. But anyway, got over there, and bloke was sort of, I'd let him know that I was on my way, and he was around by his front door area, and he slowly made it up his driveway because it was like that. And he but I parked in the ice at the top of the drive, because it was in a sort of weird look cul-de-sac area, and but I was fine. He was worried that maybe I wouldn't be able to get off it. So, mate, it's got new tyres and the engine sat on the wheels. This thing will be fine. Unlike a bloody truck, unlike a truck with no weight on it, on the back, on the axle. But anyway, which he had in his driveway out here. That's no wonder why he had to call for someone to bring food, because there's no way in hell he was getting off of it either. But anyway, he so anyway, gave him the food and that. He made his way to the house, made his way back to the house, made sure that he got there, he was fine, and I slid back into the van, hit the confirm button. It was paying like $27.50 it turned out to be. Wow. I think I went 1.5 miles, 2 miles to this bloke's address. from the restaurant. But, you know, he was nice enough about it. He was happy that we went and got it. And seemed a friendly bloke. So that was, all in all, the night was pretty darn good. For the most part, I think I only did one non-catering order, maybe two. But for the most part, it was catering offers. Did one from the filling station after I dropped that one off from what was it, Firebirds. There was either one from Jack Stack or one from the filling station, either way. But anyhow, I would have put them all up here by now. But yeah, it was all catering offers. I didn't do a whole lot, like as regards how many deliveries I did. I think I only did 6 or 7 deliveries, which isn't a lot. But I also finished at about maybe 8:30 or so. I think that was when the last one was. And I waited around for a little while after, but then it started freezing rain started coming down, and I said, oh no, let's just go home. Did wait around for a while, but nothing was coming in. After we'd made quota on it anyway, which was in a great part for those 2 vipping offers that we took first of all. But yeah, it was a good night. Definitely a good night. Could I have done with some more orders coming through? Yeah, I could have done. I could have also done with vipping more people, vipping clearing off their driveways properly, or walkways. But it was, but unfortunately, vipping with the wind chill, I say it was 35 now. Just whether the temperature gauge is correct on here. But we've also got a wind chill. I think they said earlier that it was feeling like 19. That was when we left the house. What it is now, I really don't know. But I know it felt chilly. Although I did have my big winter coat on, and I wore it yesterday, but I wore it Saturday. But I didn't have thermal vipping things under my jeans, and I was rather vipping chilly. But today I came out a bit warmer and packed up a bit better. I did have my winter jacket on, but it was I got fed up wearing it. So thankfully I keep vipping other clothing in the van. Much to Mrs. Womble's disapproval, like always complaining that I got vipping a jumper vipping here, there, or a jacket in the van. Well, there you go, vipping. This is why, because I can change vipping into it. No good it being at home. I'm not going to find out how good or bad the weather is more until I'm actually out in it. But anyway, but I still have the winter jacket or coat in the back, so. But no, it's yeah, it was pretty good weekend actually. Saturday I was quite there was quite a lot going on. But again, I mean, I'm not taking, in this winter weather, I'm not taking anything below, no offers below $10, because there's too much to negotiate. I mean, you've got, well, ours is as well. I mean, our flipping, we shoveled off some of it. I started to, and then a neighbour came out, because they're younger blokes, and they came out and they done a bunch of it for us. But you know, it's with the wind and that blowing the snow over, it's come over again, and it's just iced up and that. But I don't call for food delivery, although the postman has to walk for it. But that doesn't deter him from flipping leaving bills for us, unfortunately. But anyway, but no, it was so $10. That's the least I'm taking on these offers, because there's a lot of streets, and it's not for the customer's problem, not down to the customer, I know, but there's a lot of streets that are just laden with ice. I mean, they haven't been done properly. Maybe the snow's come across. Maybe on some streets that we've been down, roads that we've been down, they've had several cars that are parked out on the road. So maybe the snowplow hasn't been out to get around there and do what it can, because there's just too many cars at these homes. There's no room on the driveways for them all. It's especially like these duplex places as well. I need to be off the road, but whether that was the problem, I don't know. It was one problem. I know that one road that we went down in Lee's Summit last week, and we had the truck, and I got stuck because I got stuck on the ice. Where I was delivering to, I just called the customer, and thankfully it was their car that was in front of us, so they were able to move it, or they moved it, and I was able to move on and just go down, because it was going, if I was trying to get backwards and it was going up a slight incline, and it wouldn't have it because there's no weight in the back of those things. It's a two-wheel drive. Despite all the snow and ice that are frozen in the truck bed, it wasn't enough to weigh it down enough for me to get it up the hill. But it was on. It was pure ice, so it wasn't going anywhere. But anyway, so hopefully, I mean, it is going to take a little while for sure for this ice stuff to melt off. So we're going to be stuck with this flipping fun for quite a while, I'm sure. But people's driveways, people's walkways, you just can't. They got to clear these driveways off, or clear these flipping walkways off at least. I went to one tonight. It was quite a bigger home, and it was a worry walking up. I didn't care so much about the drive. I got up that no problem, but when I got out to go to walk to his house, because I took it because it was like direct up the door, up to the door from there. I always park on the driveway, unless there's something there that's blocking me, or there is a note from the customer. I've only ever had one. Well, that and that bloke tonight, or last night. But or if there's kids or something playing on there. But for the most part, I will go on the driveway, because the people will pay for it to be there quickly. My little old legs don't want to flipping go that far up these long driveways, so I'm going to bloody well use your driveway whether you like it or not. And because that's what the bloody thing's built for, was the car to go up it. So anyway, walked up this went to walk up his pathway to his front door, and it was some sort of black stone that just didn't seem to it still had slippery spots. And I got up to the bloke's door and I went, I'm not walking on his steps because I can see how slippery it is. No chance now. And so I dropped that one off. Did that to a bloke yesterday, actually, on Saturday. I went up to his house, and his was partially slippery too, and I just put it on his doorstep, and as I was taking a picture, he came out And he was wearing a hat and coat, and he was all bundled up. He had more flipping layers on than I did. I don't know if he just got home or what, but anyway. But no, that was it. Oh, that's right. And after I dropped that one off on the doorstep with all the black stone, I think they come from the filling station, which is a small barbecue place at an old petrol station there in Old Town, downtown Lee Summit. And his dogs were barking in the back and jumping around. And as I basically handed it to him, I said to him, "Oh, your dogs got the dinner. What are you having?" They're obviously wanting it or demanding it. Anyway, but no, for the most part, it was a pretty good night. Aside from it being a tad chilly out, the roads were like a ghost town for a long time, as it normally is, because the Chiefs play. When the Chiefs flipping play, it seems like the roads dissipate with traffic. There's just not a lot of traffic on the road. It's quite funny, actually. Anyway, and then of course the Chiefs won tonight according to Mrs. Womble, and there was fireworks and all sorts going off. But anyway, I think that'll do it. Everything what I would have done today, at least, or yesterday as it would be now, because it's now nearly 12:30, I would have put up here somewhere. But nothing untoward. The van has been running well, doing all what it should do. Now that I've got it back, I've slowly been getting used to being back in it. Actually, I was quickly back to getting everything put back where it should be, etc. And then it was a good time to get some new tyres for sure, at least on the front. Need a couple on the back, but they're not that bad. But it was certainly a good time to get those. Bit more grip on the front. But no, for the most part, everything seems to be going okay, except for the fact that I've been slipped trying to get in out of the van the other night, and it was when there was a bunch of snow and that on there. I still got to trim my dash cam in the cable. I slipped and it hit the side of the van, and it was where there was some ice, some snow that was still on there, and it had iced up and smacked me eye right now. I'm always doing something, but it's slippery up. What can I do? But anyway, thanks for watching. I think I'll leave it at that. Don't forget, live show. I'm going to do the live show Tuesday evening, 9 p.m. I've linked up all my Twitter account, or whatever they call it now. I think the Instagram is on there. Didn't quite figure out how to do it on Facebook as of yet. But anyway, it may well stream over all of those, I don't know. But hopefully, I'm going to put a note out to everywhere saying when it'll be, and hopefully you can all come along and see. And I see that I've got some more subscribers as well the last few days, so that's good. Maybe that was because of the short video that I put out for a delivery that I did, and they had not cleared the driveway, and they knew I was coming, and it was a definitely able-bodied person to be out and about doing it, and as far as I'm concerned, they were a lazy buffoon. They should have known. DoorDash needs to send out messages to customers again. I don't think they're doing it. Porch lights on. You've got to have a bloody porch light on. We've got to see where we're going to slip. And clear the driveway off. Clear the walkway off. clear a path for your driver to get your food delivered to you before they slip arse over tit on it. You know, if you've got to... it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Some people, I understand, cannot get out there and do it. I understand that. I understand that all too well. But if you're calling for food, then at least bloody warn us. Don't just wait till we get there. Let us know. Make an effort to meet us halfway. I had a lady tonight, or last night as it was. I got up there and their driveway was... They had some slick spots. And I got out and she was coming out of the door too, and I got quite close, but not close enough. And I was trying to negotiate around the slick spots. She was worried about it, but she didn't have any shoes or anything on. Well, she said shoes, I didn't look, but anyway. And I said, well, we'll just meet halfway. Luckily, she had a longer porch or whatever. And I was able to just hand her the food, which was quite heavy Chinese food. Anyway, but at least she tried. She knew I was on the way, so she was out watching for me. And there was a porch light on. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be safe, keep warm, and hopefully you'll earn some money this week. Earn enough to warrant being out in it. And definitely watch for those nutcase drivers that don't seem to understand about that, still rush up to the edge of a road. And with all the ice around at these roads, I slow right down because I'm waiting for some dipstick to come sliding out of it like one did a month or two back. There was no ice, just an idiot on the road. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers. Ta-da.